Demented Bubsy face. Die! It's a live stream within a live stream within a live stream within a live stream within a live stream. Yep. Ha! Okay, so I'm completely lost here. Like, I am literally lost here. Okay. There we go. Okay, now I got it. I got this. I've got this. Platforms. Bubsy 3D. Literally a platformer. Okay. Memory serves, we've already got one rocket.
Sing like a bee.
So... okay, well then. Good, I guess I don't have to be constantly talking to myself. Going nuts over this game. So now the quest to find this second rocket piece begins. Just let me know if the stream craps up. Because, it's not fun when it does that. And you're all awfully quiet again. Okay. Okay, there's the exit. Yep. Sadly, I think this is one of the only stages that actually had some real effort put in. Because, for one thing, it has a backdrop. Seriously, again? You're kidding me. Is it still lagging? What the hell? I don't know what's causing it. Yep. Die. That's really weird that it's lagging, because I just closed the Procaster thing and started it all up again, so... maybe it's a problem on live stream side? Because I'm getting just... it's saying perfect stream. Just let me know if it goes completely frozen for you or dies, let me know, as I said. And I'll look into it. Because that is... quite peculiar. That's the word I'm looking for. So is it still lagging, PK? And such and such and such. Not at the moment. Or not this earlier. Sure. Okay. So, I mean, worst comes to worst, I can always just check the stream myself. But, you guys can hear me, right? Just FYI, so that I know it's not lagging that bad. Or is it lagging that bad that you can't hear me? But what the hell am I saying? If it was lagging so bad that you couldn't hear me, you wouldn't be saying anything. Oh, okay. Just let me know if it freezes or whatever's. Because, as I said, I think it might more be a problem on live stream side, because, yeah. So, new enemies, hummingbirds. Can honestly say I didn't see that one coming. Oh. Yeah, I'm not those kind of... I'm a Sonic fan, a really big Sonic fan, but I'm not one of those. Not one of those people that will defend absolutely everything involving Sonic, because Sonic Team has screwed up many times in the past. But you know what? That's all good. Learning from your mistakes, and is the best way to do better. Okay. On a great plot. Oh, there we go. But it's like, I'm pretty sure, for the most part, every game developer who makes a mistake in their games learns from it. You have to, because otherwise, otherwise you'll basically be like Yui Bowl. Shit, I ran right into that. Oh well, I've got... how many lives? 1 life.
One-stop shopping!
Yeah, all I can honestly say with that is you kind of shot yourself in the foot on that there, PK. Just, I'm not saying as a jerk, I'm just being perfectly honest. That's what happens when you say things, there's a very good chance it'll bite you in the arse. Okay, now I need to find... I need to find that there. Well, memory serves, you've got every right to, whatchamacallit, flag it. Cause I mean, it's like, I had a stupid troll on my no copyright law in the universe is gonna stop me video, bitching about how we say how we say colours, well, how we spell colours, which is over here it's C-O-U-L. Yeah, happens, PK. Okay, how am I meant to get back to get that other rocket? Or is this one of those levels where I can't? You know what? We're gonna try it. To infinity and beyond! Now I figured. I guess we're gonna have to once again repeat a level. Oh boy. Come on. Come on. Come on. So I guess we're gonna have to redo this level again because I've only got one of the rockets. Yeah, well with me, for whatever reason, I'm able to troll trolls. Like, as I said, somebody was getting pissed off on the way we spell colours. Well, basically he was like that, but like, I didn't react to it, I was just calm saying stuff. And then eventually I just went to the video description and changed it so that I pretty much said every single word that we spell differently. Okay, now to think this through.
Ha! That's
Now, there's a second rocket here that I must find. I must find that rocket, because I need it. Yeah, well, I know it's a stupid, childish thing to say, but literally just ignore them. Because believe it or not, even though that's something that your parents would say when you're 5, it works. Well, the way you spell it, Anoi, is of course the British way. It's like how we spell harbour differently, and such and such. Damn it. Okay, I think I know where I have to go to get to that next rocket piece. Of course, I'm just grasping at straws here. You call it the exquisite way. Don't want to go that way. Ah! Yeah, well, it's like I said, the whole person with the, you know, colour thing. Every single time, whatchamacallit, he said a troll comment, all I did was just block him and remove his comment. I didn't say anything to him. And you know what? I won. And that is not an invitation for you to do that, because I will. Yeah, basically, that's how I work. If people start making stuff on my videos like, you know, not a pleasant experience for people, I just actually start swinging about the banhammer. Even if they're doing it for a joke. Like, it's clearly not the right thing to do, then I just step in. It's just like, nope. Basically, I'm the person that likes freedom, but, you know. Anyway, let's go ahead and find the second rocket piece. If we don't die. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, that's the way I do things. If, I don't think I've gone this way. Yeah, I guess I'm just really good at dealing with that kind of stuff because of the fact that I used to get bullied so much when I was a kid. Like, I'm laughing about it now because I'm actually friends with most of my former bullies, but, you know. Oop. Is there a rocket piece there? Yeah, as I said, I got... Oh, damn it. I said I got bullied a lot when I was a kid, but you know what? I'm over it, because I won in the end. I'm in university, a good chunk of those bullied me, especially ones that were really bad, aren't. They're on the dole. So, I can laugh at them. Yep, he did come out of nowhere. I said I'm paying more attention to stream chat right now, which is probably the reason why I'm doing a lot worse. But with a game as torturous as Bubsy, I will make an exception. There we go. Okay. More woolies. Why are they called woolies? I mean, apparently what we know in the plot is that they want to get all the woolen balls for whatever reason. In which case I would go back in time and kill my future self, or at least kill whoever has the child of Bubsy to freaking... Yeah. Okay. Now we gotta find this rocket piece. That's the most important part, right? Gotta get me that 100% so I can put it up on achievementwhores.net. I don't know. Oh, I've just gone around in a circle. Oh joy.
First come, first served.
Yes, as I said, maybe it's just because of my mentality, but whatchamacallit, oh, it's just my mentality about it, I guess.
You're not so tough.
Just, yeah. Give me a sec, guys, just got food again. It's becoming quite a staple in my live streams, isn't it? At some point or another, I eat. It's only because of time zones. Let's see, what is it I've got? Let's see, leeks, chicken, and pasta with, I think, white wine sauce. I think. Ooh, I'm eating exquisite today. Just me, I eat so much I should be fat, but I'm only like 115 pounds, or 8 stone and 8.9 stone, I think. I don't know. But I'm light for my age. It's not literal white wine, it's white wine sauce or whatever, I think. You know, it's the kind that says that it is, you know, a few more weeks. PK, I've only got 11 days. That's only 1 week and a couple of days, not a few weeks. Luckily, I already know what I'm probably going to do for my birthday, which is watch Wreck-It Ralph.
2 points.
I totally won that duel. Meh. Okay, seriously, where the hell is this other rocket? I just... Bleh, stupid rocket thing. Okay. I guess we'll go this way again. If not, then I'll have to skip this rocket and come back to it later time because this is... You should see my metabolism, PK. Mine puts even Shane's to shame, I think. That or it matches his. I'm pretty sure it beats his though, because I think he's... Even though he's not big, I think he's still heavier than me. Well, there's been times where I've eaten non-stop and, not that yet. way life works, PK, I guess. Frickin'. Yeah. What's worse than playing a good game while trying to eat? Playing a bad game while trying to eat. Well, I know a friend of ours, Jason, recently got his first visual novel, and he basically started up a call on Skype so that they could hear his reaction. And I think that's where he is currently residing. That's where he's doing other stuff. I know a little bit later he wants to play Natural Selection 2 with me. Yeah, that's what I think it is. That, or he's just doing what I do, which is lurking, in which case, Ryan, I'm suing you for trying to steal my lurking skill.
Hey, I walk in here.
Damn it. Oh well. No time to eat. I wouldn't recommend that, PK. Was that the rocket? There's the rocket. Okay. Well, let me put it this way, PK. Unless you're like 90, you got plenty of time to sort out that whole weight issue. So just look at it that way. You still got plenty of time. Okay, how the f*** is that rocket? Okay, think this through. The rocket's at the top of this thing. The question is, how do I get to it? Oh, Jesus. Oh, thank God. Maybe there's a platform I need to take? Yep. I'm almost certain that mine and Shane's metabolism is going to really bite us in the ass. Probably because it's the only bit of music you can actually hear currently. But yeah, I know for a fact that it's definitely going to bite me in the ass because I share my metabolism from my dad. He was dead skinny like me until like roughly about the age I am, and then his metabolism just slowed down enough for him to actually gain some weight. Thank God someone's enjoying this music track, because I sure as hell aren't. I'm just trying to find a way to get that goddamn rocket piece which is up there. How am I meant to get up to that? Okay, how am I meant to get up to that rocket piece? Could it be a propeller somewhere? Must find a way to get to rocket piece. How do I get up there, I wonder? There has to be a platform or a teleport. Oh, I know, it's great, right? Although, to be fair, this is actually quite normal, because, I mean, even the original Tomb Raider had less draw distance than this. Oh, wait, no, they fixed that in Tomb Raider 2. Whoops! Okay, whatever, let's just find a way to finish the damn level, because I'm going to be here all night otherwise. Damn it. Okay, you know what, fuck it, we'll find out how to get to that rocket piece another time. I don't want to be on this level any longer. Wait, is that really chicken I mean, or is it fish? Okay, no, it's chicken. Oh well, I don't care. I like both. Damn it. Game over, what? Please say it just kicks me out of the level. Yes, I want to continue. Yes, we're clearing the level, because... God damn it, that was annoying. You know, playing this game, there is one game I would actually, legitimately, love to play just to see if it is actually as worse than this. I just remembered the name now. I just thought, you know what? It'd be interesting to play to see if this is worse. I'm of course referring to Daikatana. Okay, we'll save for now, but we'll continue. Don't worry, I'm just saving for the sake of saving, you know? No. Okay. Days of Thunder. Ah. We... Yeah. Oh. Sorry, me, just on the latest Disney Fair ride. Bubsy Shuttle. While I eat. Okay, and jump. Okay. Whee! Oh, what? Ah. Well, I can't say I wasn't expecting something to go wrong there. Damn. Because right now I'm wondering what game to stream next, because I'm getting pretty bored of this. What game to stream next if I decide to stream? Yeah, no, because it's getting up to the point where it's getting so dull. Hey, Telescope, can you point me in the direction of the rocket? Huh. I wasn't actually expecting it to show me where the rocket was, but hey. Okay, so where is it? Yeah, unless something comes up, I should probably end up streaming something like that. I'm actually... You have no idea how tempted I am to actually stream something else. But, what the hell? But if you guys have any idea what else I should stream today, then let me know, because otherwise me and Ryan will probably go and play Natural Selection 2 at one point. Because he really wants me to play it. Damn it! Don't, I mean a game that I own, PK. I don't own that game. I don't have a capture card, and I don't, and there's no such thing. Well, just now. I don't have a capture card, so I can't stream it. Guys, it's like it all over again. You guys wanted to torture me with a horror thing, now you want to torture me with this piece of shit. That's what you get, playing one-handed. I already know that's a horror game, so no. Although, actually, a second. Even though I don't want to go through the effort of actually getting one, you know, getting it. I'm lazy. Shut up. So, where's the rocket? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Hey guys, take care. Bubsy. Is there anything else I have to say? Like, really? Ah! Okay. I now actually found... Actually, we're going to go back onto this one again, because we need to get that rocket. Okay, I know that JonTron's also done this, but I would totally love to see Game Grumps, do this video. Oh god, why does it feel even worse than it did earlier? Maybe because I haven't played it for a while. Why would I want to play this?
This'll come in handy.
Freaking... don't! Oh, well, I got him. Now, once again, people on YouTube, this was originally on my stream, in which you can always go and watch. I make announcements and all that stuff. Currently, I'm here with, like, 2-3 people. I'm almost certain the third person is me, for some reason. I'm not freaking on YouTube. I'm not freaking... Whatever. Boing! Yeah. I actually honestly would love to see people play this game. Because but not for a fun reason. Like, Psycho 6, I personally think is very fun to play. Like, you saw it on Game Grumps. They were hating the game, but they were having so much fun. Yeah, apparently, LoJ, we're the same person. What is this black magic? And hi, LoJ. I know I kind of went a little bit longer with the whole speech thing, but I kind of started late anyhow, so... Yeah, well, Fragger, it's for different people. You know? Like, I like the personality that they made him... Whatchamacallit. I like how they made him in Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations. They actually made him a lot more cocky. Like, I think he was a bit annoying in the older ones, but I kind of like how cocky he was in Generations. Sonic was the first game I ever played when I was 1. No, I'm not kidding. I was 1 year old when I played my first game. It was Sonic the Hedgehog 1, and I even remember what level it was. Because my dad was playing it when he gave me the controller. When I was 1 year old, my dad, whatchamacallit, gave me the controller while he was playing Sonic the Hedgehog. And it happened to have been when he was on the Labyrinth Zone. And he was underwater. So guess what the first thing I heard as a video gamer was? I'll give you a clue. That was literally the first thing I heard in a Sonic game. My dad was a fucking asshole back then. Yeah, so did I. That's one thing that... whether you love or hate Sonic, there's no denying that the music in Sonic the Hedgehog is always really good. Like, I personally don't think there's been a bad Sonic track. There's been a couple that have been, like, okay-ish. But never that have been like, oh, this is bad. You know? Okay, so... this platform has some significance, I believe. What significance it holds is beyond me. Okay, Frogger. But I bet you, that this, this is where the, whatchamacallit, where I have to frickin', okay, so that means that there's a switch, and I gotta run into it to make something, damn it, cool happen. Oh, you gotta love that. You can kill the electric thingy, but that whatever the hell it was using to save I is still freaking active. I mean, it makes sense, kind of, but it's stupid. The entire game's... look! Oh, the really offensive squirrel game, Conker's Bad Fur Day. By Rare. Probably, yeah, you're probably... I'm betting that it's Conker's Bad Fur Day you're thinking of. I'm willing to put money on it. Yeah, I never owned a Nintendo 64. So... I had a Sony PlayStation. I've still got some of the old games. Like... oh, there we go, Switch! Aha! Now I know. Like, Hogs of War, Worms, and... Bubsy. I still own Bubsy. Sadly. No, there was a revamped version of it released on the Xbox, Fragger. It was Conker's Bad Fur Day Reloaded or something like that. Platforms, okay, so now we head back. Yeah, I've actually got like 3, 4 of the... Wait, that was water? I've actually got 3 or 4 of the Worms games. I've got, let's see, Worms Armageddon, Worms World Party, Worms 3D, Worms Revolution, and Worms Reloaded. I'm almost certain this, fuck, was where I meant to go. Okay, I'm confused here. Unless maybe this platform didn't have any significance, in which case why the fuck put it here? See, I know where I need to go. But the thing is, I also know where the rocket piece is, but I don't know where to get that. Mine are all nice, neatly alphabeticalized in one of my many drawers. I just got really freaking bored one day when my computer was broken and decided to, well, take out all my games and put them in alphabetical order. Except for my Mega Drive games. I still have a working Sega Mega Drive. Oh, I've got an old Intellivision. You know what those are? Mattel Intellivision? Yeah, I've actually got one of those and it still works. I actually used to own a Sega Dreamcast, but then I gave it to one of my friends because he was in psych and his brother sold it like a freaking... I wasn't very happy, as you can imagine. My Mega Drive still works, somewhat. Wait, can I stand on this? No, well this is, yeah, and people think... Yeah, I don't think I should be there either. I broke the game. Actually, one second. Ah, no, I can't go anywhere on that. But, yeah. Funnily enough, my, Game Boy... My, Pokemon Gold has, whatchamacallit, stopped working a while back. Yet, funnily enough, my Pokemon Yellow actually still works, like perfectly. Oh, I freaking got a Mew on Pokemon Yellow. Yes, I used the Mew glitch. I also have Pokemon Crystal, which I actually found out several years later that my Pokemon Crystal is actually an illegal copy. I don't even know how the fuck I got it, because I got it from an official game shop. Okay. Now then, how am I meant to do this? Yeah, where it's like, your character put name bag fuck or something like that. Yep, that's where I got my Pokemon Crystal. In Spain. But yeah, like, the thing is, I could never complete that pirated version, that illegal version of Pokemon Crystal, because it always crashed on the 7th gym. That was kind of a shame for me. Although, funnily enough, even though I was that young, I think I was like 8 or 9 when I got that illegal Pokemon Crystal, that wasn't actually the first time I'd heard swearing. I'd actually watched South Park the movie back then. Oh, hey, we got 4 views now. One sec. Pause! Oh, hi, Jordan! I see you're here, Jordan. I don't think that Jordan thing. I don't think the Jordan thing works when I say it. Damn it, friend of mine's talking. Just a second. You see nothing. Okay. I actually think I've seen most of the... I think I saw most of the Jackie Chan movies before I even knew what... The game in Spain stays mostly in a pile of heaving shit because it's actually illegal. My friend's just like, oh, Tick, I can't watch your live stream. My dad's gonna use a PC. I'm just like, ain't you got a laptop? A laptop that's stronger than your PC? Okay, I'm not leaving this level until I figure out how to... I'm not gonna... Wait a second. Wait a second. Where's that going? Come on, come on. No! Where's that platform going? I must know. I've only just noticed that platform. I must know where it goes. Oh. Well, how the fuck was I meant to figure that one out? Still, we got the rocket. Now we just gotta get through this frickin' game. Just gotta get out of this chicken shit outfit. Fully enough, even though I know that quote, I've never seen the movie. And yes, I've also seen the game over, man! Game over! Checkpoint! No, it is not Luna! No! No, no, no! This game is nothing but atrocity after atrocity after atrocity after you get the picture. It is bad. Yeah, well, sure. It may look so bad that it's good, but guess what? It isn't one of those that rule does not apply with the gameplay. Okay, now how the fuck do I get out of here? I want to get out of here! Ah! I will admit that this is probably the only stage that they actually put effort in. Like, it looks like the only stage that they actually just were like, okay, let's get off whatever the fuck we're smoking and actually do make this level look actually kind of unique, but the gameplay is just bad. The controls are so clunky and slow, and everything that could be wrong with a controller is wrong, outside of just not having the keys bound. You know, it's like, people, I can see why people consider this the worst, one of the worst games ever made. Because it has nothing redeemable about it. Woohoo! We completed the level! Woo! Woohoo! And we got the rocket piece, woo! Bubsy 3D has no plot. Just find spaceship parts. That's it. Oh boy! Okay, so now this one. We have to find the rockets in this one, and I don't have a fucking clue. Here's another thing. This level looks like it could be fun. It seriously does. But, because, I mean, look, it's got spaceships and flying about and... Yeah, but look. I'm not pressing anything. Oh yeah, and that stuff happens too. I forgot to mention. The music's bad too. Oh, there's one of the rockets up there. How do I get to that rocket? I suppose I need to get a teleporter. Okay, let's see. Whoa! That was cruel. Okay, let's see what Mr. Telescope shows me. Okay. So, there's a rocket. Are people still firing fireworks out there? Seriously? Bonfire night's over. What the hell? Whoa. Okay. Don't know what the fuck that was. Couldn't care. Okay, what the hell? The frickin' big... Not good. Okay, where is it? Where was that rocket piece? What was that goddamn rocket piece? Could the damn rocket piece be up here? Up. Well, who cares? Ah. This is a peculiar puzzle, Luke. I believe that the culprit is you! Nope. Never heard of that game. Okay, what's going on? Where am I going? Yep, people are still firing fireworks. Okay, I'm pointlessly lost here. You know, the stuff when I said about this stage could be good. Nope. Oh hey, there's an actual look around button. Okay, so... there's meant to be a rocket piece near here. Apparently, anyway. So I don't have a clue if that is the truth or not. Yeah, I've never played Creatures, Luna. Odds are I probably haven't played a lot of games that you've played. Because, being a loose cannon and all, I have quite weird tastes.
Easy pickings.
Okay. Well, means like I can honestly say that I have actually played pretty much every single genre of game there is. So if we follow this backwards, that will lead us. Hey, you remember in the hospital? Yeah, I know. I saw the rocket piece, but I don't remember where. Like, I think it's up there somewhere. Yeah, so trying to find where to go here is like at the hospital, you know? Follow the purple line for accident and emergencies. For a bad game, follow the blue line. Okay, I'm honestly fucking lost here. Okay, so... Well, when in doubt, let us just jump in one of these, see if it works. Yeah, I know, right? That was an impossible one. Okay, so... Okay, so... Rocket piece? No? Damn it. Rocket piece! You're mine! I know where the second one is, I just don't know how to access it. Yeah, why don't they go ahead and just... Why don't the villains just make a giant... That's not funny. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. No, he can swim, but he just needs a big bucket head on him. Actually, funny that I say that. One of my friends is actually a former Red Army general, and people who know our football knows exactly what I'm talking about. Hit. No. Red Army was a hooligan group over here. Okay, well, that was pointless. Wait, what? Oh, that's not programming. Just have the thing... Fuck this game. No. English. We had a hooligan group called the Red Army. It was because they were football hooligans for Manchester United.
Keep your arms and legs inside until this ride comes to a full and complete stop.
That's not funny. Yeah, like, one of my friends was once one of the top brass. Actually, I think some people here might know his name, Tony O'Neill. I'm very good friends with him, mainly because he lives quite close to me. Okay, so... So... Oh! Well, that's smart! That's very smart. You know, just giving me no fucking time to react. Wait a second. You don't have to follow football to know what the Red Army is. For the most part, anyway. Like, you do, but and you don't. Although, then again, I don't think it really applies much because the Red Army were only really big, like in the 70s and 80s. Because of how policing and football stuff. I forget. I use it the correct way, as in the sport where you kick the ball with your foot. Not where you hold an egg in your hand. I call that one hand egg. Hey, you know what? Several of my friends who are Americans, they sometimes call it hand egg as well. Because how is it football when you spend most of your time carrying an egg-shaped ball with your hands? It makes sense. This makes none. Wait, isn't the second rocket piece up here? Yeah, rugby. I got one of the rockets, Fragger. Well, here's a funny thing. That's one of the things also I love about our rugby. Is the fact that our guys don't wear stupid levels of padding. Oh, wait, fuck! It's like even my friends say that, American football is a complete wusses. Wait. So I gotta find one of those teleport thingies. Yeah, basically in a nutshell, English rugby players. Serious balls. Actually, here's one funny thing I found out that actually happened. One time, the Americans Hand Egg Association, our Rugby Association, actually wanted to have like the best rugby team in the world against the best American football team in the world. They wanted to do that, but here's the funny thing. The Americans refused because the rugby guy said we'll only do it if the American footballers take off their padding. They're like, no, we're not going to take off our padding. I like the best bit of defense you get in rugby is a leather cap. Like stuff that was used years ago. Well, yeah, anybody who plays rugby is seriously scary. My cousin plays rugby, and I'm scared of her. Like, not scared of her in, like, the whole, stay away from me, just scared of her as, like, don't want to mess. Okay, now I'm going around in circles again, what the hell? But yeah, like, it's funny. Americans think that we're not about health and safety. Ha! Their rugby, they are absolutely insane. It's like, no, you gotta wear, like freaking stab-proof vests and reinforced titanium stuff. That's not funny. No, no! What, as in shit? Yeah, I know, right? I just find it hilarious how people keep thinking that, how American footballers like think, oh no, our football is so good, when really it's just a majorly wussified version of our rugby. And hell, people who defend American football saying that it's football, you don't kick the ball with your foot. You're invalid. Just invalid. Your statement's invalid until you hit the ball with your foot. Constantly. Like, no hands whatsoever. Yeah, football. Or, as I said it in my IT playthrough, footballs. Fun fact, I actually based the whole saying the word balls in the IT playthrough off Dragon Ball Z. You know, the balls are a nerd. Duh, that'd be nasty. Okay. Okay. Oop. Oh, what the fuck? How was I meant to react fast enough for that? Okay, now where the fuck do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? What do I do? Yes, yes, Fragger. Clearly completing Toho 6, 7, and all 3 of the current fighters. Clearly that was nothing skillful. That was clearly just pure luck. And completing all the Halos on Legendary. Once again, that was pure luck. The game felt sorry for my suckage. And Call of Duty. Well, the Call of Duty is actually way too easy. I take anything that I was going to say there as a joke back about Call of Duty. I hate Call of Duty. Like, 4 was good. 4 was really good. I really enjoyed that. One of my favorite Xbox games. World at War, decent. Modern Warfare 2, okay, it had some enjoyable moments. Black Ops, not so much. And then Modern Warfare 3, one of the worst games I've ever played. I hate Modern Warfare 3. God damn it. No! Oh, damn. Casio controls! I mean, my god! Yep. That's not funny. Well, for me, the thing is, Fragger, I'm actually not too keen on games that have both single player and multiplayer. Because I just feel... Because I just know from Call of Duty that they just focus on nothing but the multiplayer. Like, I'm like Yahtzee. I think that a game should be able to stand on its 2 feet just on its single player. If it can't do that, then it's not a game. Like, it's like why I don't like Day 1 DLC. I mean, it's like Borderlands 2, for example. God, I played that game a hell of a lot when it came out, once the Necromancer came out. I love Borderlands 2. It's one of my favorite games now. But you know what? That's because it felt completely fleshed out. They didn't hold anything back. They weren't like going for one thing. They were going to make the game, you know, fun in all levels. And you know what? They did it. I freaking love Borderlands 2. I mean, Borderlands 1 was good as well, don't get me wrong, but Borderlands 2 just blows it out of the water. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay. So, got to get to the rocket. Oh, look at that. I just phased through a freaking static mesh. Yeah, great game design, guys. You know, great job. Good job with your stuff. You know, I'm sure it was... Oh, shit. How the hell was I meant to get that? But it's like, there's examples which I think when a game focuses too much on one thing and not on the other. Battlefield 3, for example. I'm not gonna lie, I really like how they did the multiplayer in Battlefield 3. But I hate how they did the single player. The single player was just bad. I really, you know, it shows that they focus too much. And it's like, I don't know, it's just how I am. When I play a game, I want both things to be good. Like Halo. Halo, I mean, I haven't got Halo 4 yet. I'm going to say it now, but I am going to get it for my birthday, which is in 3 days. But it's like, I just love how... Halo is a first-person shooter done right. Yeah, Portal 2 is another amazing example of them doing things right. It's like, you know, if you want your game to sell good, make it appeal to both audiences. The ones that just want to play multiplayer, the ones that just want to play single player. And I died. Don't care. Oh great, I'm out of lives. And then there's games like Bubsy that does single player and multiplayer absolutely atrociously. Just what I'd like to point that out, yes, Bubsy 3D has a multiplayer. Not an online multiplayer, obviously, that didn't exist back then. Thanks Sega for online console gaming. Okay. I got you. Woohoo. I got a lie. Well, here's the thing. If it's balanced in its badness, it shouldn't exist. Like, Doug Walker thinks that every film that is made is its own little miracle, and for the most part, I agree with him. I think the same thing is with games, but like, I also think that anything that, I mean, it's another one of my sayings, but it's not like my game development saying, that I believe that, oh, I'm more than disappointed. I'm just like, I mean, I don't know what I was coming in expecting, but I wasn't expecting a game this bad. Like, I guess I can be thankful that it's bad on equal levels. So it's like one of those where a game, it's like if a game had the worst multiplayer in the world, but it had a really good single player. It would get bad rep because of its bad multiplayer. But, I mean, it's like Valkyria Chronicles 2. I really enjoy that game as well. It has a great single player. Not as good as the first Valkyria Chronicles, but its single player is still really well made. And, the original Valkyria Chronicles is my favorite game of all time, excluding the Sonic games. But its multiplayer is done very badly. Like, it's not stable, it's only local, even though the PSP has the capability to do multiplayer. It's just all around not all that good. But, that's a problem. The game is... I don't know, I just would love people to play the game more.
It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Because, as I said, I love Valkyria Chronicles. It is a great game, a great franchise. I don't want to go there, so keep moving, jog on, you stupid thing, because we gotta get the second. Wait a second, you're fucking kidding me. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption was good. Honestly, I think Red Dead Redemption was actually very well balanced. Yeah, I actually was wanting to do like a Doug Walker's game in 5 seconds thing, and I was just going to show John Marston just riding the horse. Can I reach that? No, I can't reach that. Okay, how do I reach that? Like, it's a good game, but I don't know. Nah, I prefer Grand Theft Auto over Red Dead. Yeah. Damn it. I need to get this rocket piece, guys! I need to get this one. I need to get the 100%, guys! Issue is, I don't know how the fuck to get up there. Good game. Definitely missing a few things that I really felt needed to be. Planes was one of them. What else? But overall, it was a good game. I kind of liked how the story was. Like, yeah, it was good. Like, I definitely think it could have been better. Don't get me wrong, but as it stands as a game right now, I definitely think that it was... Considering how they were testing out a new engine, it could have gone horribly wrong if they used a new engine. I mean, just look at Daikatana. Daikatana, ultimate proof that if you're going to make a game, for the love of God, don't put it onto a new engine. And we're still on this level. Half an hour in, we're still on this fucking level trying to get this second rocket piece. Damn it. I love as well how most of these enemies are just recolors. Because, you know, that worked so well for Sonic, and then... Yeah. Speaking of, I really gotta get Sonic All-Stars transformed at one point. But I don't want to get it because Wreck-It Ralph's in there, and Wreck-It Ralph doesn't come out of here until the February 2013! And it's like, why? Why you make me so sad, Wreck-It Ralph? Why you not give us movie? What, mine? Or yours?
Here, let me drive.
You see, that's the thing. If... Okay. Not including the Sonic games, because... the reason why I say that is because I would always choose the Sonic game as my favorite game of all time because it was my childhood. Well, the thing is, PK, I was doing this a while ago. It was just, people want to know more in advance of when I was streaming. So, yeah, anyway, back to the question. Favorite game? As I said, I don't include Sonic in my top list because Sonic is my childhood, and, you know, choosing your childhood is not an easy thing to do. So, well, that was fucking lazy. My favorite game of all time, Valkyria Chronicles on the PlayStation 3. I think they did everything on that almost perfectly. The only issues I had with Valkyria Chronicles was the difficulty curve kind of was a bit stupid. Like, one of the missions was, like, super easy, and the next one was, like, incredibly hard, and, like, the next 5 were really easy. And the AI was sometimes a little bit stupid. Everything else, I loved how the game looked. I loved the music. I loved the voice acting, the gameplay, everything. The story was one of the best I've seen, and just, God, I love Valkyria Chronicles so much. And I'm so pissed off that Valkyria Chronicles 3 is not being localized. Oops. I am dead. Yeah, basically, peak. Well, I can tell you how much of the live stream that you've missed. Fraggot, if it's that much, I seriously recommend you get that game. I really do. Because, like, if you like RPG-like games, and just, yeah. Because one thing, Sega went into financial trouble around that time. 2, it was on the, Valkyria Chronicles 3 was on the PSP. And at the time it came out, the PSP had gradually lost popularity. I mean, it wasn't very popular to begin with, but the Vita came out around that time. 3rd is that it was one of the franchises that Sega have decided not to continue, which is a shame. I think that was one of the best franchises. They just needed better marketing to get the name out there. But Valkyria Chronicles 1, my favorite game of all time, excluding the Sonic series. If you had to throw the Sonic series in there, Sonic Generations. But not including the Sonic series, Valkyria Chronicles. After that, it's Hyperdimension Neptunia and Hyperdimension Neptunia MK2. But if you had to really twist my arm, I'd say Hyperdimension Neptunia MK2. Although it's kind of funny, people keep thinking that Hyperdimension Neptunia is a, whatchamacallit. It's like a... As I said, funny thing is, PK, like you're saying about the stuff with the whole rating thing, Hyperdimension Neptunia MK2, 4 of the female leads are female, and they're like, I think the oldest is like 15, and they've got freaking bikini outfits. Well, 2 of them do. The 12-year-old and the 15-year-old. The other 2, which are like 7, have got the bathing suit. outfits, but I digress. In fact, the only reason I use them is because they actually give your character... They actually give relatively good stats for your character. That's literally the only reason... I'm horribly lost right now. That's the only reason why I got them. Well, you should, Fragger, because they are... They're very rare, very unheard of games. Like, they're not like the rarest ever, but... I'm still horribly lost right now. But they are... I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The first one wasn't that good. I'm gonna say that right now. The first one wasn't all that good. The second one, however... As I said, if you had to twist my arm, I would definitely say the second game is my second favorite game of all time. I just love it so much. Because, like, the thing is... Well, you see, PK, I agree, but at the same time, I disagree. The thing is, PK, I say I agree, but then at the same time, I disagree. Because they have to go by numbers. They have to do a lot of number crunches. It's like, okay, if we release the game over here, is there a guarantee that this will make money in the end? And there has been times where the answer has been no. No, it doesn't make money. Like, what do you call it? Valkyria Chronicles. They lost money with the development. Well, no, see, PK, you don't see things the way game developers or game developers in training see it. It's an entirely different story. I mean, this is what I was saying in my stream earlier, okay? My tutor has a friend who works for Square Enix. And Square Enix put $12 million, and he spent over 2 years of his life making this game. And Square Enix came up to him one day, and they said to him, look, we did some recalculating, we looked at it, we don't think that we'll be getting any money back, so we're going to shelve your game. Like, it's really hard to explain it. It's like, yo, you put so much money into something, you have to be sure that it'll make money back. Otherwise, what's the point? Because, yeah, sure, you're making video games. Yeah, that's great, but the thing is, the ultimate end goal of any company, be it a video game company, music making company, anything, any kind of company, the aim is to make money. That is it. That is the end goal. And if they're not going to be able to make money, then what's the point in making it? The only exceptions is when people make those free games like IP, when they do it because they want to convey video games as an art. But at the same time, PK, you have to put into consideration generation advancements. Like, as I said, one of the reasons why they didn't localize Valkyria Chronicles 3, one of the reasons was that the PlayStation Vita came out, and they knew by the time that they had, by the time it would take them to get English voice actors, localize the game for both the American region and the European region, by the time that would have happened, the PlayStation Portable's popularity would be so dead, there would be no point. You know, they would definitely not make the money back. Because the PlayStation Portable, as we all know, didn't sell good to begin with. Valkyria Chronicles 3 as well, they were basically off the sales of Valkyria Chronicles 3. It didn't sell well over here. So they thought, you know, it'd be too much of a risk. Well, once again, PK, they're having to go by numbers. And, you know, in case you haven't noticed, a lot of companies struggling right now, so they have to be really stingy. I mean, hell, THQ is on its last legs. This generation of consoles has killed it. Yeah, well, you have to also remember as well, PK, other reasons it might be ethical reasons or governmental reasons. Like, Manhunt over here, for a very long time, was banned because it was far too violent, our government and regulators thought. There is a lot of red tape localizing a game, you have no idea. Like, one game in the series might be fine. Yeah, sure, but there might be something in the next game that... As I said, PK, you know, I'm not saying that you don't fully have the right, but I don't think you have much for saying this stuff, because you're not in the position that, you know, I'm in. Like, as I said, I don't think that because I'm, you know, I'm making games and such, I don't think I'm above anybody else when it comes to games and such, but, you know, I think I wouldn't say more qualified, but, you know, I know what I'm saying. I think I know what I'm saying more than a normal gamer. As I said, I'm not saying you're wrong, far from it. I'm just saying that, you know, from my view, yes, I can see why you're frustrated. Don't get the wrong idea with that. I know the exact reason why you're frustrated that it's not localized. But as a person who is pretty much in the industry, you know, I say pretty much because, well, I'm being taught by people from the industry and such. You know, I can see why from their standpoint. Well, here's the thing though, PK. That is once again fan opinion. Believe it, not all the time, if you can believe it. Okay? You are just, as I said, end of the day, a company needs to make money. End of the day, you know, a company, sure, the game industry, they have to focus on their fan base more, but end of the day, they've got one goal, make money. That's how they go about doing it. Yeah, exactly. They, you know, the obligations go out the window if it means that they lose money. Well, the thing is, PK, video game development is a stupidly expensive process right now. Stupidly expensive. Like, it's a stupidly long, stupidly expensive. I mean, like, an average Xbox game costs like 15 million, and that's just for a low budget Xbox game. Fatal Frame is not low budget, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna do some quick guessing here and guess that it would cost like $40 million. Okay? Now, if they sold each one at 40... Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly just do the addition for you here. So, if it costs 60 million... One second, edit. I want it to be scientific. And I want to show that I want a decibel. No. Digit grouping, that's it. Okay. So, if a game costs 60 million to make, okay, and they sold it for 40 bucks, they would need to sell 1.5 million just to break even. But at the same time, that's just making the game. That's not for the marketing. Okay? So, this much is how many they would have to sell to break even. You know, it's... And, as I said, there's... You know, that's just if things go... I don't know. If anything, it could cost a hell of a lot more to make a game. Like, I think, like, Halo 4 is in the 100 millions to develop right now. Oh no, game over. Oh well. Like, I think in the 100 millions... is roughly what Halo 4 is at. So They've got to sell tens of millions in order to make this, make even. And I think that's the thing that you're missing out. Like, the expense of making these games. That's why game developers nowadays are moving to phones and social gaming, because they are so much cheaper. Well, no, I'd argue against that, Loge. Well, no, PK, you don't know that. Nobody knows that. And, they were made to release it. Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Fan bases fluctuate. Fan bases, I mean, Valkyria Chronicles. Valkyria Chronicles 1 sold over 1 million copies. Valkyria Chronicles 2 barely sold half that. Yet, Valkyria Chronicles has a very big fan base. It's like... Well, no, PK. That's an assumption. Yeah. See... Yeah, but the thing is, if a franchise is strong enough, then it would normally...
Get your motor running.
You'd be surprised, PK. They gotta pay licensing fees and all that stuff. Like, they gotta pay license fees, they gotta pay rights, they gotta pay for production costs. There's a lot of stuff that video game developers have to do that you don't know about. Like, yeah, sure, it's already translated, but it could still cost them a good couple of mil just to get it here. And in case you haven't noticed, people like Nintendo... Yeah, but it's like, people like Nintendo, believe it or not, they actually have been getting some financial losses recently. Call of Duty I'll agree with, Resident Evil I won't agree with. Because, like, Capcom with Resident Evil is going through an experimental stage right now. As I said, I wouldn't say that Resident Evil 6 is overrated. As I said, Capcom are just going through... I like to think that Resident Evil 6 is just one big experiment. Oh my god, Rocket, yes, now I need to get the second one, and I don't know how the fuck to get that second one. Well, PK, you are aware that Resident Evil 6 has been very well received, right? Like, it's gotten better reviews than Resident Evil 5. Now, if you're referring to Call of Duty, that I can agree with. Copy and paste Duty, Modern Warfare with the Black Ops and them things, yeah. Okay, see you, Fragger. But in regards to Resident Evil 6, I'll have to disagree with you there, PK. Well, PK, being in a pinch does give them an excuse. Here's the thing, PK. I like to... You know of the company... THQ, correct? Now, they basically did what you did. Basically thought that they had an obligation to release everything. They had, an obligation to make stuff for all the things. They are on the verge of bankruptcy right now, PK. And everyone is looking at THQ, seeing if they'll pull back from this. Because it doesn't... Okay. Here's one, PK. Red Faction. Had a big fan base. Well received. Armageddon was made. It sold poorly. And you know what? They're not doing any more red factions anymore. See, that's the thing. Whenever you make a game, it doesn't matter how in the green you are with your finances. You always have in the back of your mind, will this break us even? And as I said, I think that's what you're not grasping. You're thinking that they have to make these games. They have to localize them. They don't. They never signed a contract with you. They never signed a contract that said... Yeah, but the thing is, PK... Here's the thing, PK. You say that they have an obligation to make these games, to release them. They don't. You never signed a contract with them saying... They never signed a contract with you agreeing that they would release every single game. They never released a contract saying that they would localize any game. They never made a contract with any player, period. They have about as much right as localizing the game as you do. No, they do have the right, because if they've got a license, they can do what they want with it. If they want to shelve it, they'll shelve it. If they don't want to, if they want to hold off on it, they'll hold off on it. See, this stuff I'm talking to you about is stuff that players don't, you know, an average day player, person who's not in the industry. This is the kind of stuff that they never hear about. The part which they don't care about. The stuff which they don't like to hear. Yeah, I'd say back to Bubsy. Because we've been here for nearly 4 or 5 minutes trying to get this freaking second rocket. Which sucks because I'm on the last row of stages, so I think there's like 16 stages. So let's see, what's 16? Oh no, there's 16 rocket stages. There's 18 stages in total. 18 divided by 3 is 6. Yeah, so I'm on the last 6 levels now. Yep. I drowned. Well, the thing is, PK, Nintendo are just thinking it like this. It's like, okay, we've got all these franchises that are selling. Which one do we want to continue? Okay, well, here's the question. Which one's making us the most money? And they focus on the ones that are making them the most money. That is literally how everything is. It's like Call of Duty. Activision's like, hey, yo, what franchise should we work on next? Well, what franchise is making us the most money? Call of Duty. Okay, let's continue Call of Duty then. As I said, it's hard to tell it, you know, from a consumer standpoint because they don't really understand fully. No, I agree with that part, but that's just how it is. That's how people do it. There's some that are very cautious on what franchises, what series they continue to work on. You know, a lot of them are very, very defensive, very protective of what they do. And then there's some that are just very reckless, like THQ, are reckless. They're just like, yeah, sure, let's go ahead and make this game. Let's see what happens. You know, and sometimes it works, sometimes it bites them in the ass. THQ, it bit them in the ass. It's because a handheld game is significantly cheaper to make than a console game. As I said, it's down to pricing once again. No, I think you'll find it is. I think you'll actually find that, no, trust me, PK. It costs about 5 million average to develop a 3DS game. I'm not even joking when I say that. It literally costs that much. Yeah, well, okay. Figure it this way, PK. The Wii U comes out very soon. That's going to cost even more. So why would they make Fatal Frame 2? Yeah, why would they do all the stuff they need? Yeah, well, the Wii U's going to cost them more to develop games. Hands down. So it's like, you know, then they have to make the risk. It's like, okay, can we really make the Fatal Frame game on the Wii U? Or... No, but once again, PK, the support thing, they're actually risking losing money continuing support for the Wii U, because then they'll have the development costs for 2 consoles, the Wii and the Wii U. And so this is a bit that you're not quite grasping here. You know, saying that they're going to continue to support something, you know, when their next generation is out, that puts them even more at a disadvantage. It's like, you know, that'll mean that Nintendo's got development costs for free things. That includes licensing for, like, the parts and manufactured parts and such, you know? They've got the Wii, the Wii U, the 3DS, and I think they're continuing the DS thing. I don't know. Probably wrong with that one. You know, it's the fact that, you know, you continue support on something, you're raising your development cost fees. Well, the thing is, PK, you say that, but you say that, PK, but you have to remember, sure, they've been making a lot of money for the past 34 years, but how much do you think they've been spending on it? You know, on games? Yeah, I know I finished the level, but I don't want to freaking continue with that level. Yeah, me too. Okay, the reason I finished that level is because this part of the stream's been going on for a long-ass time, so you're gonna have to give me a second. I'm gonna have to stop the stream and restart again for streaming purposes. Yes, I know, Mr. on Rocket. So give me a sec. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let's see what options there are. Change controls. Turbo, what? Why is my chat not working? Yeah, have you noticed this? My chat's not working anymore. Now it's slowly loading. I got 3 viewers, but I can't see anything. Yes, reload. Can't see shit here. The hell? Okay, well, I guess there's a simple way around it. Seriously, that is weird. Mute that. There we go. Okay, give me a sec. That is so weird. Yeah, I'm here now. It's just I had to change something there. You guys can hear me, right? Also, let me check something. Yeah, you guys can hear me, so yeah. Okay, so what was the question again? Oh, how did Bubsy get released everywhere if it was never popular? 2 reasons. The first one is, in case you didn't notice, they didn't spend a lot of money in development. Second of all, back then on the PlayStation, it was quite incredibly cheap. I mean, games like Crash, Final Fantasy, okay? They are so much better with stuff that they've done that, yeah. Also, while it was never popular to begin with, it still had sales from its older versions. Okay, but the thing is, I'm actually pretty sure that this... I hesitate to call it a game. No, the thing is, PK, is that Bubsy 3D, it's clear that not a lot of money went into it. I'm saying this right now. Not a lot of money, clearly, went into Bubsy 3D. In fact, I won't be surprised if it was a low-budget game. You know? But Failframe, Nintendo obviously put money into it. Quite a bit of money, probably. So, that's the thing. Plus, you know... Yeah, $1 million budget. That's... Video game standard, that's not a lot. That is quite low. Even for 1995, that is a low amount of video game budget. Like like a normal game like Crash and such. Like, I think Final Fantasy VII costs like 7 or 8 million. Well, see that's the thing, PK. You're just thinking that it's you're just thinking it a bit different. The fuck is that? Okay. No, but it's like, the thing is, you have to remember, that budget, it goes towards licensing fees, and, of course, pay, because, you know, paying and such. Part of that, the budget goes into literally everything. Yep, you want a graphics designer? Well, you're going to have to use that budget to buy a graphics designer. Or hire a graphics designer. Or buy, something... You want to use a license to use a popular song? Oh, that's where some of your budget goes into. You want to start manufacturing copies? Oh, guess what that comes from? Your budget. Etc. Literally, that budget pretty much accounts for nearly everything. Except for maybe marketing. Marketing usually has a separate budget because that's usually completely separate from the game development side of things. One sec. Gotta freaking shift some stuff. There we go. Yeah, well, that's the thing. So... as I said, I can definitely say I know what I'm talking about because... Taught it. I was taught it. Literally everything from that budget. I wouldn't say they're being stupid, PK. I'd say they're being cautious. We're in a changing industry. Because, I mean, think about it. Why is Call of Duty selling so much? Simple. It's because people are into first-person shooters nowadays. Now, survival horror, the survival horror market, which Failframe exists in, this is the exact reason why... No, here's... You don't... It was... You say that as if it's happened recently, but I'm pretty sure you're referring to years back. Here's the thing, PK. Failframe is part of a unique part of the survival horror genre. Now, there's a reason why Resident Evil has gone the way it's gone. And Capcom said themselves, it is because the survival horror market is far too small for them to make a profit. They lose money in the survival horror market because it's so small compared to how much the game development costs are. This applies for Failframe. Well, no. Amnesia, correct me if I'm wrong, Amnesia's an indie game, correct? Because indie games are made on even lower budgets than official games. Like, because indie games are independent. They don't have people funding them. So, they have a much smaller budget. It's like the game that Ryan's making currently. Or working on making. That's an indie game. No, PK, once again, this is your fandom, you know, your lack of understanding, shall we say, of how things actually work. Okay, you're saying, oh yes, this'll happen, that'll happen, this, that, everything, blah, blah, blah. You don't know that. Nobody knows that. Nobody can know that. Yep, nobody will know that. And think about it. If a company was extremely rich, as you say they are, then why haven't they released it? If they're so extremely rich that they can very easily make money from this, why don't they release it? It's because what you believe is not the truth. Nintendo are not rich. Sure, they're doing better than most companies, but they're not rich because they put a lot of money into their games. For example, Sega. Financial troubles. Now you think Sega's been making games about 20 or so years. Yeah, but the thing is... Once again, PK, you're missing the point. Now, I know to you, it sounds completely pointless. It sounds like that's just them making an excuse. But they're not making an excuse. They're not making the money back. Or they're not making enough money back. If a game's popular and it makes a lot of money back, that gives the developer even more encouragement. It's like, okay, there's still a lot left in this game. You know, people aren't... No, PK, just listen to me for a second here. When a game is released, when talk of sequels come about, they sit down and they look at the game. And they say, okay, it cost us this much to make the game. Okay, how much did we make back from the game? Okay, we made this much back from the game. Do you think that there's enough left in this game to warrant a sequel? The answer will be either yes or no. Now, it could be very simple. You know, if... You don't know that, PK. We don't know how much Failframe cost to develop. We don't know how much they made back to develop Failframe. You don't know that, I don't know that. None of us know that. For all we know, they could have lost money. For all we know, they could have only just broken even. Okay? As a consumer, you, by all means, have... No. See, once again, you're missing the point here. You're missing exactly what I'm talking about here. They look at each individual section. It's like, okay, this is how much it cost us to develop it in Japan, and this is how much it sold, and this is how much we got back. This is how much it cost us to develop it for the US market. This is how much it sold, this is how much we came back. If they find out that one area didn't make enough money back, with the manufacturing, the development, and everything, with the marketing, then probably going to be very cautious about making the game. Where the fuck do I go here, by the way? Yo, they're going to be cautious about the game. And it could just be that Fail Frame didn't make as much money enough for them to say, okay, yeah, sure, there's enough left for this game to warrant a sequel. It's the exact reason why Valkyria Chronicles 3 is not being localized here. It sold good in Japan. Valkyria Chronicles 3 sold very good in Japan. They made money back in that. Europe and the US, it didn't. In fact, I'm pretty sure they actually lost money in Europe and that. So it's like, okay, so there's still enough left going in Valkyria Chronicles to warrant a sequel, at least in Japan. But America and Europe, there's no chance of it. Well, no, it's... PK, you're just thinking it from a... You're not thinking it from a developer's point of view. They may have made more money. They may have sold more copies in the US. Sure, but for all we know, it could have cost more to make it. In fact, I'm almost certain it cost more to make it. Because you have to remember, the licenses they're getting to use it in the US, America takes up a large amount of the world, and thus the license fee reflects that. Well, no, see, PK. Once again. See, as I said, PK. Licensing fees, manufacturing fees. You think they don't cost much. They do. They seriously do. To license one song can cost into the millions. Just one song can cost over $1 million. So, think of it. To license thing, you know, just like paying the voice actors, it's a lot. And it's time consuming as well. Because, like, Fragger isn't here anymore, so he can't vouch for me, but believe it or not, it costs a lot of money and uses up a lot of time to format a game from one region to another. That's one of the reasons why it takes so long. No, see, PK. It's not jibber jabber. It's honest to God the truth. Like, you can say no all you want, but as a person who's pretty much been there, who has been taught by actual developers, who is friends with actual developers, I know for a fact that what you're saying, as much as you would like to believe, it's not right. As a matter of fact, you're saying, oh, well, they did it in the past, why not now? It's the same reason why we don't put a man on the moon. Well, the thing is, PK, is that if Fatal Frame is their own franchise, they don't have to pay licensing fees, because if someone wants to make a Fatal Frame game then they have to go to the people who made the franchise originally, or the publishers. The publisher owns the IP. If Nintendo published a game, they instantly own the Fatal Frame franchise, unless there's some agreement. They don't have to pay licensing fees. As I said, you're saying look at the past games, they're long ago worrying about something because they made more money, blah blah blah. That's because back then they had an idea of what the industry was. The industry... Well, you clearly don't understand what I mean either, PK, because look... The game industry now is selling more with first-person shooters and social and mobile games. They're selling the most right now. So, by that logic, everything else is selling glass. So, they have to make a choice. Do they make a game that's not part of the popular niche market right now? Or do they make money? I think number 4 is probably me. Well, PK, that's the thing. When making a game, you gotta try and save, you gotta try and use the least amount of money possible. Think of it like a game of Monopoly. They start with some money from the bank, or their publisher. They have to make the game. The reason why games like Sonic and Mario still... God, you kept going game over again. The reason why Sonic and Mario are still being made, why Zelda's still being made, it's because of the simple fact that... Well, the simple fact is this. Mario and Sonic have a bigger fan base than Fatal Frame. Hands down. There's no denying it. And their games are still selling incredibly well. Hell, even the bad Sonic games have been selling well. So, that gives them more of a reason to continue those franchises. Because, cost for cost, they're making more money than the other stuff. You also have to remember that this development team is not infinite. There's a limited amount of people that are basically, well, making these games. If they don't, if they're busy working on something that will make... It's like a whole manpower thing. It's like if you... Okay, I'm going to throw a scenario at you here, PK. Let's say somebody from the future said that you were given a choice. You had a development team. And they could only make one game. One game, and you got a choice. You could either go for the localization of Fatal Frame 2, which the person from the future says that while it will make money, it will not make a lot of money, or make another game that will sell a large amount and give you a large amount of money. Which would you choose? If you knew beforehand which one would make more money. See, that's where you're in the wrong mindset, and that's why I don't think you can really say an argument. It's true that as the fact that this is the games industry, the game developer should focus more on the fan base. But, this is a very big but, when you make a game, it doesn't matter if it was for the fans. It doesn't matter if it was for personal reasons. The only reason... Well, the thing is, PK, it'll stop when they've got a guarantee that they'll always make money. And if that guarantee isn't there, they're going to go with the safer options. That's the reason why there's more sequels now than brand new franchises coming out. It's not because there's a lack of creativity in the games industry. It's the fact that developers don't want to take that risk. They don't want to make a game that could potentially not sell. There's a couple that believe that they have, that the game they will make will be unique enough, and that they have the money for it. Like, look at Watch Dogs or Zombie U. But they're what I like to call opportunists. The Wii U's coming out soon, so what's Ubisoft gonna do? Oh, we've got a new console coming out, hey? Okay, why don't we develop a game and use it as a launch title? Because people will want to get a bunch of games for their game when it comes out, so they will buy our game.
Stupid stampede!
Well, once again, PK, it's down to manpower, it's down to... Well, here's the thing, PK. The Wii U could very well be one of the main reasons why they're not doing anything to Failframe right now. They're busy on developing it, they're busy on marketing it, they're busy on preparing it, they're busy on its launch titles. If anything, I'm almost certain that there's no one in Nintendo right now that is currently not doing work for the Wii U. They do have an excuse. You see, there's a thing called separate offices. If you're going to blame anyone, then blame Reggie. Blame Nintendo of America. Nintendo Europe will probably just like, yeah, sure, we can easily put it over because it was probably, to them, quite cheap. But Nintendo of America might have just looked at it and thought, well, we could do this, or we could bring this other game over to the States. Once again, you're kind of not looking at it from the way I can see it. You don't know that, PK. You really don't. You. As I said, as well, the thing that I keep pointing out to you, the games industry has changed. You may think it's a bad thing. You may hate the fact that everything's about mobile games, first-person shooters, and freemiums. But, you know what? That's what makes the companies the most money. And, as I said, THQ, yeah, they basically did what you're saying. They took risks. They did what they thought was a good idea. And look at them. Just look at them. The appeal is there, but does the appeal balance the cost? If it doesn't... As I said, there's no guarantee that the appeal will match the cost. There's no guarantee that just because people are interested in a game... You don't know that. How much did Failframe cost to make then? What was the budget for Failframe, and how much did they, and how many copies did they produce? How much did they spend on marketing? You know, because clearly you know something that none of us do. You apparently know that Failframe has sold more than it costs to produce. I'd like to know how you got that information. See, you're avoiding the question, PK. You just said, oh yes, Failframe definitely sold more than it cost. You know. Well, here's the thing, PK. Once again, you're ignoring the part. Those bits that sold, the sequels that are only, what, in Japan? Clearly, they made more money back from the Japanese ones than the Americans ones. Otherwise, you're right. There would be no excuse. Well, the point is, you know, you say like I think Fail Frame 4 is... Yeah, so basically after Fail Frame 3, they sat down and said, okay, do you think we should make a sequel for Fail Frame 3? And they basically said, well, let's look at the numbers. Okay, so... Alright, so... Fail Frame 3 cost quite, cost the most in America, and we only just broke even. Japan, it cost a little bit, but we ended up making quite a bit of money from that. Europe, we did a lot better than we did in America, but not as good as we did in Japan. Okay, so I guess to be on the safe side, we'll just make it Japan only. That's basically how it would have went. Yeah, let's just say for the sake of argument that's how it went, because that's how it's gone with other things. It's like Valkyria Chronicles, they said, okay, how much do these games cost to make? Okay, it costs this much to make. Okay, how much did it cost to make here? Okay, it costs this much. Did we make... How well did we do that? We only just broke even. Okay, how about here in Japan? Okay, it cost us this much to make. We made this much back. We broke more. We went above even. We actually made quite a bit of money. It was a bestseller. Okay. So, what do you think with pulling it over to America and Europe? Well, I don't know. We didn't make a lot of money there. It's going to be very risky. So, what do you think we should do? I think it'd probably be a best idea if we just made it here in Japan, because at least we know that the market's still there. Okay, we'll do that. That's basically how Valkyria Chronicles 3 probably went. Yeah, I was going to stop it anyway. Because I don't think people watching this on YouTube would just want to hear us ranting about the whole localization, finger-pointing thing. It's just a whole basically believe what you believe, and well, I've already said what I believe. I'm horribly lost right now. I mean, as we've seen, I've got one of the rocket pieces. I don't know where the hell the other one is. I don't know where to go. I am lost. This game is poorly designed, and this is one of the more poorly designed levels ever. I mean, hell. PK, horror, not fan of, not going to. Can you please get that into your head? Oh, no, you won't. No. Ryan knows firsthand what happens if you expose me to horror without telling me. I get quite angry. Basically, think of when I raged out when you made that cruel joke about the 5 secret war levels in Bubsy. And you basically got what I was like to him. Oh. Hello, Mr. Frickin'... I bet this is just telling me where the switch is. Yep. It's telling me where the switch is. No, but I was generally angry when you said, oh, hey, you know, there's 5 secret wall levels. I wasn't doing that. Like, I'm not PewDiePie. I don't do that stuff for a reaction. When I yell, it's genuine. You know, like, if something pisses me off and I yell out, I did. I went, fuck! Really loudly. In my eyes, it is, damn it. Christ, I wonder when the hell Ryan's going to be here. I wasn't overreacting though. That was legitimately what I was. Yeah. Like, it wasn't deliberate or anything. That's just literally, it's just like, I'm making a mouthful of milk. I'm making a mouthful. No. No, 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 no. This game is bad. Okay, there is no molehill or mountain to make it. There is no... This game is considered among many to be one of the worst games ever made. And now you're just being a jackass. Oh. Well, no, that's the developers being naive. Like, there's been plenty of bad films, bad games, and there's been times where the producers or the developers and such have defended it, saying that it's misunderstood, that it's better than it should be. I mean, the ultimate example? Uwe Boll. Uwe Boll's films are utter crap, and we all know that. But you know what? Honestly, PK, that's debatable. Like, this is right there with some of the worst ever made. And even then, if there were worse games than Bubsy 3D, I fucking hate these things, by the way. If there are worse games than Bubsy 3D, they're probably not that much worse. Like, I've played bad games. Sonic 06. Well, there's always a reason to curse. The point is that if there is games that are worse than Bubsy 3D, the distance between how bad they are probably isn't all that much. Like, I'd be generally surprised. Like, the only way a game could be worse here is if you couldn't bind the controls were all unbound. It's basically to the point where you couldn't play, to the point where you couldn't play a game. See, the thing is, with Superman 64, like, big rigs, there's something about them that can still be enjoyable. Like the "Your winner" is kind of funny. And just the fact that it's just random, that you sometimes just win. Superman 64, you got a bit of an area to explore it. Now, E.T., that's, once again, to me, worst game ever made. It's a toss-up between Crazy Bus, E.T., and Bubsy. But because I haven't played Crazy Bus or E.T., I'm going to go with what I know, which is, well, Bubsy 3D. I'm still horribly lost. In fact, you want me to stream another game? I got a couple of games I want to stream. Like the Toho Fighters, Toho-vania, the Toho Shooters. I'm in a Toho mood, probably because the latest fighter got announced last month, and I only just now found out about it. I don't have Shadow the Hedgehog. At least, not on my PC. It'll take too long to find a ROM for it. Game over. Oh no, I will continue.